Good morning, everyone. This is Hope Mama Eagle coming to you from the Eagle's Nest I'm hearing many blessings Monday as the counter just hit 007. Makes me smile. So, possibly blessings on the down low, hidden blessings, that kind of thing. I am the founder of Earth Wisdom Reiki, aka Ancestral Reiki, Ancestral Mediation. Normally, I do a virtual prayer bowl Sunday, every Sunday between 5 and 6 o'clock CP time, which stands for Conscious People Time, in my neck of the woods. And normally I pull cards for the collective because I have regulars that will come on at the tail end and then feel bad because they missed it and, wishing that I could pull a card for them. So this is for oh geez, I just lost my train of thought. Anyway, for you guys know who you are, you guys that are normally jump on at the tail end. I did want to pull some cards for you guys because it is Monday. There's a lot of astrological stuff that's happening this week. We're still in the umbrella of the Cancerian new moon, so I'm hearing that there's generational stuff that's popping up for people to have stronger yet compassionate, I call it courageously compassionate boundaries that help older generations to heal while protecting younger generations from residuals that still haven't been cleared or transcended or integrated. If we look at these cards, this is really interesting. The first card that we're getting is Sunstone, which is empowerment. So there's a lot of sacral chakra activation happening right now. Sacral chakra is your belly button. So when people joke about contemplating their navel, sometimes it's that form of prayer, connecting with courage to be who we really came here to be. For the highest good of all concerned. Right next to that, you've got manifestation, which, my divine feminines know I read as magnetizing. But here you've got the magician, either way you look at it. And it's a 29, which is a master number, 11. 11 is the student and teacher standing as equals side by side. So it's reminding us that not all wisdom that we have in this lifetime, despite our chronological age, comes from this lifetime. That's one of the things that Wallace Black Elk taught me when he asked me to step up in his footsteps, and I was all of, 23, 24 years old. Don't let people give you heck for, the passion in your heart or, your chronological age in this lifetime, or the color of your robe, or the color of your eyes, the color of your hair. He said those things don't come from us. They come from Tunkashala. If people have a problem with that, they don't need to impede us on our journey. They just need to talk to Tunkashala, Creator, God, whoever they call it. So right next to this card, we've got children. So some people are having inner child stuff come up for clearing and healing, I'm hearing. Other people, when I see children right next to sacred journey, there may be some people on a twin flame journey who, people are trying to lie to them and tell them that kids are theirs when they're not. I'm hearing they may need to double down on a paternity test, whatever that means. But also, that old paradigm of we have to stay for the kids, it's never a good thing to stay in an abusive situation, quote unquote, for the children. That's an outdated, expired excuse. Funny, my counter just hit 4:10, 4:11. It's the time I was awakened this morning. So somebody's being awakened, that's for sure. A lot of us are products of, whether it was economic, struggle or what have you. Parents were abusive towards each other. They conned each other into believing that staying together to make things easier economically, or using the children as a crutch. We have to stay together for the kids. They're not going to know we're fighting as long as we're in the other room, as long as we cover the bruises, as long as we send them outside. Kids always know. and you don't want your kids growing up thinking that they have to settle for, a less than healthy situation for the good, quote unquote, of the children, or for the economic benefit or whatever, where there's a heavenly will, there's a heavenly way, and heaven is never, ever, ever going to advocate anyone staying in an abusive situation for the good of the economic cushion or the good of the quote unquote children. So whoever is in that situation, you're going from that realization. It's almost like you're grabbing the kids, you're jumping in, what they call a cherry roadster, something that's vintage, but, purrs under the hood kind of thing. My guides are laughing. But if you look at this car, it's in really good condition. Someone loves it. Someone's taking care of it. It might even be that, sometimes a classic, what do you call it, tactic of domestic violence is, separating people from their money, separating them from their friends, separating them from their finances, trying to make sure that they don't have a vehicle to get away, that sort of thing. So if the only vehicle you have is, your cherry red Thunderbird or whatever that you've been quote unquote allowed to tinker on when that person doesn't have you by the short and curlies at your beck and call, and it's got a motor under the hood and it's got gas in the engine, or, you got to walk to the gas station and bring gas back in an old canister or whatever, heaven is supporting you to do what you got to do, not just for your transcendent healing, but the transcendent healing of those kids that you are conned into believing, would benefit from staying in a abusive situation. So, sometimes the guides come through, the energies are pretty strong. When it has to do with children, they don't back down. So if you are in a situation like that, there's always hope, there's always help. I have friends in high and interesting places that help males and females with and without children get above and beyond these situations all the time with grace, ease, joy, and least effort to, start a brand new life and, piece the rest and best together. So if you're in that kind of situation, if your loved one is in that situation, if your quote unquote friend is in that situation and you don't want to give your identity, that's fine too. You can reach out to me via Instagram as direct message. You can reach out to me via Facebook. You can reach out to me via my YouTube, through my website, which is infiniteblessings.godaddysites.com. However you're guided and inspired to reach out, either you're going to sit there and daydream about having a better life someday, or you're going to allow today to be the first day of the rest and best of your life. Like I said, whether you are healing your inner child, but especially if you have, physical children that are suffering in these situations just as much as you are. Because like I said, there's no way to shield those kids, no matter how clever we are, So, you've been praying for a miracle. You've been praying for help above and beyond. Something guided you to click on this video. My name's Hope. I'm happy to help however I can. So namaste, optimistic as we continue to piece the rest and best together with grace, ease, joy, and least effort for the highest and best good of Mother Earth and all her children, which is always going to include you and yours. Love y'all from the bottom of my heart, and I will look forward to talking with you soon.